Hey guys, Buff from Game Bet today, bringing out a video for our favorite weapon series for our Warzone weapons. And today we're going to be covering a weapon that I've covered more than any other weapon here on the channel, and that is the SIG LVAW, the low visibility assault weapon, or the Black Mamba. So this weapon, again, I'm bringing this thing back because of the 1 year anniversary of Warzone. This is really the first weapon I was really running consistently in Warzone 1 year ago. And I've gone back to this. This has really been a staple in my loadout consistently for the past year. It seems to always perform very, very well. I went away from it for a little while, and when I came back to it, I realized just how much of a versatile weapon this is. It's really all around performs very, very well, and it's always reliable no matter what the current OP meta may be in the game, whether it's DMR, MAC-10, AUG, FFAR, the GRAW, anything like that. The M13 has that 900 plus rate of fire, round per minute rate of fire, to be able to compete with really anything and get consistent shots on target. So let's go back out here. I'm going to show you the final design for this weapon. You can see here, again, this is a build that I used back with the very first iteration of Warzone when this came out a year ago. So we're going to rebuild this thing, and we'll get into the gameplay. I'll walk you through a really, really good win with this weapon here. So I'll strip this thing down. We'll get rid of the camouflage here so you can see what it looks like at base again. So I'm just using the base M13 here for this video. Typically, I'll use the tank. However, I was going for a different look here, so I went with the base M13. So if we go with the attachments, we're going to want the Tempest Cyclone. This is going to be for sound suppression and bullet velocity. It'll keep us off the minimap as well, which is clutch here in Warzone. Cons are going to be the ADS speed with this weapon. However, not a big deal with this. It's a shorter barrel rifle than especially something like the Tempest Marksman, so we'll be able to still ADS very, very quickly in those close quarter situations. So we'll go ahead and select the Tempest Cyclone with that integral suppressor. Skip out on the laser. We're going to go with the optic. We're going to go with my favorite optic here, the integral hybrid or the Leopold Hammer. It's going to give us that 3.25 Scout optic there with the top mounted delta point. The pros here, again, you can toggle between those two optics, one for medium range engagements and the other for close quarters such as buildings, which you'll see a bit of that in the gameplay today. Cons are going to be the ADS speed for this, but again, not a big impact on this. It still performs very, very well in close quarter situations. Next up, we're going to go ahead for the rear grip. And the rear grip, we're going to go ahead and do the rubberized grip tape for recoil control. So with this particular build, I've gone back and forth with a lot of different attachments for this weapon in the past, and this is really, like I said, the one I used originally, and the reason being because we're going to go with a commando foregrip, so we want something else to control the recoil, because of the high rate of fire, it will kick quite a bit if you're engaging out to longer ranges, so this just allows me to hold this thing full auto at specific ranges in order to keep shots on target. So we'll go ahead and select that. The next attachment is going to be our ammunition. We're going to go ahead, because we have the Tempest Cyclone versus the Tempest Marksman, we're saving on that mobility there. You can see how big of an impact that is. So if we look at that, the mobility just feels much, much slower with the Tempest Marksman. So with the ammunition, typically with the Marksman, I'll run a 50, but with this one, we can run the 60-round magazine. This will assist us with, again, doubling our magazine capacity from 30 to 60, and the cons being the ADS speed and the movement speed. But again, you don't really feel that. This thing, you still move very, very quickly with this, very snappy and good in close quarter situations as well. Next up, for the underbarrel attachment, we're going to want the commando foregrip. So I've gone back and forth between almost every grip, and this is the one I keep coming back to. This is going to help us with the recoil stabilization. Again, paired with the rubberized grip tape, it's going to help us with that recoil control to give us that extra accuracy. And then we also want the aim and stability benefit for this. So that's going to assist us a lot there, since we have some cons with the attachments that are going to give us the aim and stability decrease, but this is going to help us improve that. Cons are going to be the movement speed, but again, not a big deal. You don't even notice it, in my opinion. And the mobility and ergo on this is much, much more improved over the Tempest Marksman barrel with a mono, in my opinion. So customization-wise, we're going to want the reticle. We're going to want the Chevron Tactical. This is really my preferred optic or reticle with the M13 build. Sometimes you can run like the Apothis or even the Heroic. That'll give you a nice clean optic there too. But since I use the Delta Point a lot with this build, I really want just a clean red dot there, and this gives me the best of both worlds with both optics. So we'll select that. Camouflage, we're going to go ahead and put on the Desert. You can also run something like the Woodland. I've been a big fan of this one lately here. The Kill Brush is really nice too, but for this one, we're going to go ahead with the Desert Snake. Go ahead and throw that on, and that is our final design here for the SIG LVAW or the Black Mamba. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through a really good quad win we had here. A nice 9 or 10 kill win with this thing. So let's go ahead. I'll back out now, and we will get right in. So here we go, starting off with the gameplay today. And Fast forward a little bit, we landed over at Restaurant originally. We did a big looting loop all the way down around here to Airport, and here you can see I'm actually running the HDR here in this gameplay because this is really the agency suppressors or the wrap suppressors on the M82 were messed up here where they were slowing down your bullet velocity. So going back to the HDR for this gameplay, still a really solid sniper rifle, obviously. I still prefer the M82 for different engagements, but again, this thing is still really good. You can see I just headshot that guy there cleanly as he lands. Now, fast forward a little bit here. We're just watching the roof. I think Kaz called out somebody on this side of the roof, and there we see him come up, so I'm able to get him right in the thorax and break him, and then we had mines there too, so I don't think it hit him because he jumped further away, but I was able to hit him again in the chest there with the HDR and down him, and then Poop's going to go over and clean him up for me. Able to get that kill there too. So that's 2 kills already just from sniping, which is pretty good. Now, here we know there's a guy in the airplane that Kaz called out. Now, Kaz is making his elaborate plan to go after these guys, and Odin's going to go ahead and go John Rambo here and go ahead and jump right in there and get the kill. So, quick fix to that problem, just a solo guy camping in there. He must have known we were up there, obviously. That might have been his friend we killed. Odin got in there and got him pretty quickly. So, this is a really interesting engagement, and this really highlights how good this weapon is. These are the exact type of engagements that you'll see here going forward with this weapon that are perfect. So we get engaged from a team on the back, and they put an airstrike on us. So they broke Dill there, I think, and then they threw an airstrike on us. I'm going to do a wrap around here, do a big flank. I don't think they see me. They think I'm still over there, so I'm going to try and get behind these guys. I'm still trying to figure out, communicating with the team where they are initially. We knew they were on this corner originally, and he may have still been in that corner. Hard to tell where exactly he is. I hear M16 or AUG fire to my left, so again, I'm going to pop my dead silence and do a bigger wrap. Again, just doing a large flank here, trying to get behind them. They don't know where I am. And then here we go. I was able to get behind this guy, and I have stopping power on here. Note that, and just how quick I blew through that guy in his 3 plates. Very fast time to kill here, especially with the stopping power rounds on. Now, they backed out to the airplane here, so here you're going to see me utilize the close quarter engagements with this weapon. Switch up to the delta point there. You will always want that going into buildings or anything you're going to be engaging inside of like 20 or 30 meters. Push in here. This guy self-res down him. The other guy comes in here, able to get him as well, and one of them has a self-res here, so I just bash him. We get the kill. Was able to get 3 of those 4 kills out of that team. So crazy engagements, and again, that just really shows how consistent the LVAW is with the M13 build here. Very fast rate of fire, like I said. I think it clocks in game around 900 rounds per minute. Very fast rate of fire, so it really does best of both worlds for medium to longer range engagements with these close quarters engagements. Here again, you can see this guy pulling up in a truck. And we're just going to all focus fire. We're able to disable them. And then here he's going to hide behind the bus station, the bus stop here. This is not hard cover, so we're able to, you're going to see, I'm just testing it to see where he is in there, and I'm able to get those hits. So instead of just waiting and allowing this guy to call in his friends or whatever's going on, I'm going to go ahead and jump down. I have stuns, so I'm going to pop a stun, and I made one mistake here. I didn't make sure my delta point was out here, and I almost paid for it, but luckily I was able to get those headshots on him and down him pretty quickly. And then I'm going to retreat back to the team. So here again, fast forward, we ended up having to leave that roof. Obviously, we pushed into this 2-stack building here, and we're holding this very small building. We don't have a trophy, but we're holding everybody coming in from the building that we were initially just on that you saw. And we have 2 up top and 2 down low, and we're in a big sniper battle with the teams to our northeast at this point. So we've been fighting these guys as they're pushing in with the gas for a while. And here, I heard some footsteps. We had some mines there. We're able to get it down, and I'm able to get that cleanup. And that worked out really well. They were able to down, that guy was able to down Odin, but we were able to kill him and finish the game off there. Now it's really just a waiting game. There's only 2 other teams left. I think we're the only full team right now at this point. So it's just a matter of playing the waiting game. We have solid position. We know there's people over by the green mark for sure, and we think there's another guy behind us as well to the west, the south or the west somewhere as well. So here again, you'll just see this weapon is, like I said, the most versatile weapon I believe in Warzone. We've had a lot of meta come and go, and the M13 here with this LVAW build always seems to be a consistent performer because of the high rate of fire. And if you can just put the right attachments on like I have here to control that recoil at the mid-range, you're going to down people very quickly. And this is a prime example. right here. We're gonna play the gas. We're gonna get in bounds early because we have these gas masks. Now, someone's definitely coming in from behind us on the green mark, and I think we either, so there we go. Dill got the kill there, or Poop Dealer, and then these last two are gonna push through Graveyard. Able to hit that guy in the head, down him, and then boom, get that guy as well. So we have a nice 9-kill win there for me and then the team. Obviously, I think we had a decent amount of kills. I'll have to see what the total is here at the end, but that's just a prime example of how good this gun is. In my opinion, this is hands down the best AR in the game for the sole purpose that it's versatile in almost any situation. You can take it to the mid to long range with this particular build, and even close quarters. Because of the high rate of fire, you can shoot through guys very quickly, especially with that 60-round magazine and utilizing that top-mounted delta point. It's just an all-around great performing weapon. Let me know down below what you guys think of the M13, the LVAW build. Again, for the 1-year anniversary of Warzone, I had to go back and use this bad boy again, and it is so much fun to use. It's just a very, very well-performing weapon. Like I said, very consistent. And this one really hasn't been patched at all. I think it's been really very relatively well balanced from the beginning. But let me know down below what you guys think. The SIG LVAW with a low visibility assault weapon, the SIG Black Mamba. Here, this is hands down my favorite weapon in Warzone. Always gonna perform and get you those good high kill games, in my opinion, from my gameplay over the past year. So let me know down below what you guys think. This is Buffalo Gaming with the 1-year anniversary of Warzone in the SIG LVAW. I really wish I could have pulled out the SR25 build for this, but unfortunately that's just very not viable now anymore. But the M13, like I said, always hangs in there and performs. So let me know what you guys think of it. Till next time, it's Buffalo Gaming. Out.
He's coming to me. Alright, hear him. Great.
Yes!
Did you get it?
Yes! 2 in a row, baby!